What I'd like to do this afternoon is to talk about developing an appreciation for gender as we try to help people through whether it's addiction or relationship issues, family problems, etc. And the most important word, I think, in this title that I'd like you to pay attention to, and that's the word appreciating. Okay? And that, in other words, most of my work over the last 15 or 20 years has really been trying to understand things from a gender point of view. But I'm not an individual who dichotomizes everything, and I think that's very important. I don't think that men are from Joliet and women are from Chicago, all right? No disrespect to people, John Gray or someone like that. But what I'm trying to do with this, and that is, how do we know on a lot of these issues that a woman has the same issues or to the same degree regarding a problem that a man does, etc.? And by developing this appreciation, I think, one, we can look at things more realistically, and secondly, I think we can help people quicker for what they're doing and to make more sense. And so I'm going to give you a lot of examples, as we go through this. So an appreciation for gender. The other thing is, too, is as I said, I don't dichotomize absolutely everything. I do believe, however, this. I think that there are more things that genders share than are different. Okay? I think that women and men, we share more things than are different. I think there are some things that we think are different, but they're probably semantical arguments. As a matter of fact, I think most arguments between the genders is really not the actual issue. It's over the supposed inferiority or superiority of the issue. I think we do that. And then there are some things between genders that are different. Between women and men, they are just different. Coming from the hallowed halls of academia, I suppose I should be able to explain those differences. I don't know. They're different, okay? They're not right or wrong, superior or inferior, they're different. I don't know why men, for example, we seem to have an affinity. If we walk down the street and there's an awning, we will jump up and hit it. I don't know whether it's chromosomal, I don't know if it's genetic predisposition, I don't know. I have no intentions of writing a grant on awning jumping. All I need to know is that's probably why they make awnings. If a man's going down the street and he no longer is physically capable of jumping up and hitting it, we'll say something like, I could have, but I got my good clothes on. Right? I don't know why men have an absolute total affinity for the TV remote control, but we do. If you've ever seen someone go through withdrawal of their gender, meaning they don't get to be themselves, watch a guy in a room with a television on, and somebody else has the remote control. And if you want to see acute withdrawal, we're talking, we need to put him in inpatient. Let him be in a room with the television on, and a woman has the remote control. Now, and so she's over there, and he's not even watching television, he's watching her. He's going, like this. And I don't know a whole lot about women, but one of the things I have observed is you're very kind. Men, we turn television on and we go through, boom, 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 boom. We're flipping through all, what are they called, channel surfers? Or we go through it like this. Women turn television on and she turns it on and the guy's finally going, he says, this is a lousy show. Translated, change the channel. He says, this is a lousy show, but women you're so kind. They'll say, oh, I know, give him a chance. It might get better. At which point we got to go out and get our own stuff. So what I want to look at is a lot of different things. We're going to look at addiction especially, but let's start out with one of my basic assumptions about what's going on here, and let's see what we can do. Now, here we have, it says gender identification boundaries. All right. Now, the A person here has something less than the B person and then the C person. Okay. Now they have something less. Now what these lines here, if you will, what they indicate is this. These indicate gender identification boundaries. I'm not talking sexual orientation. I'm talking gender identification boundaries. And what do I mean by this? These are things that we learn about what's appropriate and inappropriate for our gender. Okay? And we sort of pick up what's appropriate or inappropriate about the other gender. Okay? How old are we when this stuff starts? I mean, we're like right there, aren't we? But let me cut through this very quickly for you at the time. My hypothesis basically is this. The more that the person that you're working with, the more that individual adheres to a stereotypic gender identity about herself or himself, the more difficult it will be for that individual to work through her or his issues.